Hi everyone, happy Day of the Dead and Halloween. The team is conformed by De Paz León, Joana Montserrat, Álvaro Vargas Isuri Montserrat, García Montejo, Ricardo Manuel, and De la Cruz Santana Rocio. We are from la Universidad de Ciencias y Artes de Chiapas, and we have to expose it at Ted Bundy. For a special topic, we will talk about the serial killer Ted Bundy, movies, murders, motives, and more. Who is Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy, or in the full name Theodore Robert Bundy, was born on November 24, 1946 in the Burlington, Vermont. The use he died on January 24, 1988 in the Stark, Florida. He was an American serial killer and rapist, one of the most notorious criminals of the late 20th century. After more than a decade in United, it confessed to 36 homicides to American women that he committed in the 7 states within 1973 and 1978. The actual number of the victims is unknown. He was a diligent student with good grades at the University of Washington and the University of Tucson, Tacoma. Earning a BA in psychology, he worked in various places with both spinning lock in the team.
What kind of serial killer he was? Ted Bundy was a manic depressive, a serial killer with a very high IQ. He had a way of acting. Ted was pretending to have an injured arm, and he needed help. When he helped them around, he killed them. For years, Ted Bundy kidnapped, tortured, raped, and killed his victims without being identified. He was a very dangerous type of assassin because of how charming, intelligent, and cautious he was. Unfortunately, there were only 36 cases that could be adjudicated, although it is clear that there were many more, only that they are not confirmed due to lack of evidence. He wouldn't have been caught had it not been for his girlfriend being suspicious of what he was doing and speaking anonymously to the police. What were her motives to kill? His motives date back to his childhood. The violence that he saw as a child by his grandfather had a great influence of forming who he was. In his own words, pornography also influenced his way of acting due to the curiosity and morbidity he had for this content. This is in addition to the fact that he was diagnosed as a manic depressive. He was a psychopath. Bundy described his grandfather like an abusive tyrant, as a racist who hated blacks, Italians, Catholics, and Jews. In addition, he stated that his grandfather tortured animals, petting the family dog and mistreating the neighbor cats. His grandfather kept a large collection of pornography in his greenhouse, where, according to relatives, Bundy and cousin would sneak in to watch for hours.
The first murders of this subject occurred in 1974, and the modus operandi was always the same. He used his charm and seduction to attract his victims. Once his victim approached, he hit her with a metal bar and put her in the hole, car to take her somewhere where his subject them to twisted abuse. A Volkswagen is the one he used for all his crimes. Among all the crimes, two of them stand out.
On January 4 of the 1974, he raised the curtain and staged a wheel race of blood and death. That day he entered in the room of 18 years old college student Johnny Lenz, hit her with a metal bar and wrapped her with a bed leg. The brutal tear was followed by permanent brain damage, which completely changed her life. Bundy attacked Charlie Thomas, who survived a brutal beating. His skull was fractured in 5 places. He had a broken jaw and a dislocated shoulder. The young woman suffered permanent hearing loss and balance problems. Bodily evidence such as the perpetrator's hair and blood were found at the crime scene. Was there a movie inspired with her? What was the movie about? Did the film industry keep the same real story?
The Liberty Strange, 1986, a television movie starring Mark Harmon. The film wasn't about Bundy's childhood, early life, and the first 6 victims, 5 murders, and the first surviving victim, but rather skips and starts the history with the murder of Georgian Hawkins and shows Bundy's crimes in the states from Washington, Utah, Colorado, and Florida, showing everything that was more delighted. Wherever the omission was, the park shows follow the true story.
A Stranger Beside Me, 2003, directed by Paul Shapiro, based on the book of the same name by Ann Rule, who knew Bundy personally. The film takes the viewer on the fascinating journey into the mind of the psychopath who was brilliant in portraying himself as a nice and normal person and who used his intelligence to deceive and disarm his victim and escape the authorities and jail. The protagonist told the history of the criminal in a not so cruel way and more than anything to describe how smart and daring he was. Although this one does not focus so much on the history but more on his psychological profile and the facts of the serial killer.
Extremely Cruel, Evil and Wicked, 2019, directed by Joe Berlinger, with Zac Efron as Ted Bundy and told by his girlfriend, played by actress Lily Collins. The film was intended to determine how everything
happened from the perspective of the Bundy's girlfriend. Bundy showed him was some quite sentimental when according to people was walking on him. They say he was some cold, calculating and charming.
Ted Bundy tapes. This is documentary was made up of 4 episodes of 60 minutes each, which were obtained from more than 100 hours of interviews and archived material of the serial killer Ted Bundy, where his entire life was told from different perspectives. There is no doubt on how dangerous and controversial this murderer was. This is the end. Thanks for watching.
That guy's been staring at you all night.
What do you say we get out of here?
What is it about this guy? When I feel his love, I feel like I'm on top of the world.
There are things you don't know
Hi, officer. I think I must be lost.
that will shock you beyond your worst nightmare. I am innocent. You don't actually believe this garbage, do you?
It's in all the papers, Ted.
Monkey! Oh!
How did his name get on that suspect list? I want to come see you.
I was really hoping you'd say that.
This case is about catching a monster.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am that innocent suspect.
You are skating on thin ice, partner.
The media has convicted Ted before he's had his day in court.
I'm gagged, and you're not.
I wonder whether he did it or not.
I'm more popular than Disney World.
Did you do these things?
Absolutely not. Let me get back to plotting my escape here.